one of the girls.
There's a reason that Montgomery Academy is your back-to-back state champion. The Eagles just took it to Southside Selma from the start. There you see Mason Ellis, number 1. He was a beast. The defense from Montgomery Academy was withering, smothering. One of the few good looks that Southside Selma got there. Kendrell Wilson Jr. with the 3. There's Braden Gordon, your MVP of the Final Four, the championship game. Again, a rare good look for the Panthers. Look at Mason Ellis just taking it to the goal, laying it in. Look at that interior passing. Look at that. That's unselfish basketball, folks. That's how you win state championships. Jarrett Friendly with the finish. How about Friendly's line? 14 points, 15 rebounds for number 12. There he goes with the punctuation. How about another look at it? And there's your champion, your back-to-back state champion. The 3A boys from Montgomery Academy over Southside Selma, 66-39. I got to admit, folks, I did not see that one coming. I thought we would have a 4-quarter battle, but the champs played like champions. Jack Williams, they really stepped up when their best was required.
They kind of hit them in the mouth early and just kept pummeling. It just never was a close game.
You know, sometimes that happens. We saw it in the previous girls' game where one team raises its level and brings its best when its best is required, and the other team, whether it's fatigue, whether it's nerves, whether one team's just better than the other. Sometimes that happens.
There's been a difference in talent in some of the games, an obvious difference in talent in some of the games this weekend, but some folks have just started out in a hole and just couldn't recover.
We've seen that early today, especially. And it's been a rarity because this has been an ultra-competitive week of semifinals bleeding into championship games. But today it seems like one team has come out of the gate 9-0, 11-0, 13-0, and the other team's never been able to recover.
Cream rises to the top.
And that's exactly what has happened so far today. Of course, Jack is the External Affairs Director for Alabama Public Television. The reason that you're seeing all of these championship games, both in basketball and during football with the Super 7. Jack, what's the week been like for you and for APT?
It's been fantastic. I mean, we're introducing ourselves to new viewers every time we do this because we got folks coming in and watching that maybe don't typically watch Alabama Public Television, and they're seeing the great things that we're doing on sports with our great play-by-play and color analysis. Fantastic job you do here. And it's given us a chance to put our best foot forward and remind folks but now I'm reminding folks we do more than just that. We're a great educational source for educational purposes in this state. Training teachers, our educational programming, the PBS Kids, there's nothing better for children on television today. And not to mention the other things we do as far as public safety, community involvement. There's just a lot going on at APT right now.
Now, as a longtime writer, I love memorable quotes. And you came up with one to describe what it is that Alabama Public Television does, what your mission is.
It's telling Alabama's story.
And now don't leave out the kicker. Don't leave out the punchline.
You're going to have to help me.
You can't tell the story of Alabama without sports.
Yes, that absolutely. And, you know, my old school played this morning and ran into a buzzsaw. But we're known for they're known for basketball. And you've got other schools like Plainview that we're about to watch. Man, this is a permanent place for them in February and early March. So is in Birmingham. And there are other schools like that that you just see over and over. My gosh, look at Hoover.
Tradition.
But you get into these small schools, and, you know, Kevin, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but if you're a pure sports fan, high school sports is where sports is pure these days. It used to be college and high school, but the transfer portal and NILs changed that. And most of these kids, the vast majority of these kids, the seniors, are playing their last game of basketball ever. And they're playing with heart and just for the love of the game and the love of their community and the love for the name that's on the front of the jersey.
Well said, my friend. Let's look at some of the players we're going to see in this next championship game, the 4A girls. You mentioned Good Hope, the Raiders. They won it 2 years ago. How about Sophie Conrad, number 15? She's only a freshman, Jack Williams. She had a big game in that semifinal win over Montgomery Catholic. Sophie averages 17 points a game on the year, and she was dominant in that game. Look at that interior passing. So impressed with that this week.
Yeah, and they were here 2 years ago with the Twins that won a state, their first state championship in anything 2 years ago.
The Tetro twins will go down in Good Hope history for delivering that championship. They were a memorable duo. Sophie Conrad trying to follow in those footsteps. There you see that joy, and you see the agony of defeat as well from Montgomery Catholic. They're going to have to step up today. Sophie's going to have a big game because they've got to take on Sawyer Kate Holgan and the Plainview Bears. Watch Sawyer Kate. You know how many points a game Sawyer averages on the year?
I do not.
27.
I do know this. She has set the national record for three-pointers in girls basketball. Set it midway through her junior year.
Our expert analyst, Bart Heitch, calls her one of the best shooters maybe in state history. That's a huge compliment for what Sawyer Kate has done. She's a junior. She's already proven herself. What she hasn't done yet is lead her team to a state championship. She's 32 minutes away from maybe getting that done. Here's the big board for Friday. Championship Friday here at Legacy Arena. This is the 4A Girls Championship game coming up. And then we've got one more to follow. The 4A boys, Asheville and Fairfield. That should be a good one as well. Asheville, an incredible story. All right. Who's going to get out to a good start today in this game? Plainview or Good Hope? Find out next on Alabama Public Television.
It's the biggest lineup of 60s and 70s soul superstars ever here on your public television station. It's my music.
Tuesday night at 7 on APT.
I'm Blake Corder. I'm a partner here at the Builders Group of West Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and I've been in the business for 20 plus years. Being a part of our local, being an active part, I need to stress active part of our local Home Builders Association and State Home Builders Association. We've picked up business partnerships throughout the state. Those business connections would have never happened without our membership in our local and state Home Builders Associations. How can you afford not to be a member of our local Home Builders Association?
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the far-sighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Momentum is building across 24 colleges, fueled by a relentless commitment to our community, setting the path for what's next. Expanding opportunity, strengthening industry, improving communities. Here is where we train. Here we advance. Here we transform lives. Here we go.
And good afternoon from the BJCC's Legacy Arena. We are getting set for the 4A state championship game. Girls and boys games coming up on the Alabama Community College's AHSAA State Basketball Championships presented by Aldine. And we welcome you inside Legacy Arena, courtside, along with Bart Heitch. I am Mickey Shadricks, and We moving on now to Class 4A, Bart, and we've got a couple of teams that have had really great seasons. Of course, you don't get to this point if you haven't had a great year. As much success as the Plainview boys have had, the Plainview girls have never won a state championship. They go for one today. Meanwhile, Good Hope, they're familiar with this stage. They're back here again. They won it 2 years ago, lost it last year. What do you make of this matchup?
I think haven't really gotten to say this yet in any of the games, especially championship games, how this game is officiated. I think is going to be very important because Good Hope is hands you. Remember the Twins when they won the state championship, how they're just always trying to force pressure and try to get turnovers. If this game is touchy called, and hand checking is called, that's going to benefit Plainview. If it's not, and there's a lot of physicality, then it's going to benefit Good Hope. Anxious to see how that goes because we're in that mid-level of, in the higher classifications, more physicality. The kids have got to play through more. So I'm anxious to see how this is called. I think we got a pretty good matchup. Plainview girls are hungry. Good Hope's ready to get back to that blue map territory.
On paper, it definitely looks like a good one. Let's get a little deeper in the weeds with Heich's hints. Bart, break it down.
Yeah, you got to support Sawyer Kate Hogan. She's one of the all-time great shooters in the history of the state of Alabama. But I've been impressed in this tournament how she's been so assertive on the offensive glass and actually attacking the rim. Her floater game is impeccable. Her and Jake Cloud, that we saw earlier from section, might have the best floater game in the entire tournament in any class. They must minimize those turnovers, though, and they can't have any pick sixes. Good Hope, you got to be disruptive completely. Win the fast break, second chance point battle, but most importantly, the fast break points battle. They got to dominate in transition.
Heich's hints presented by the Home Builders Association of Alabama. Let's join the public address announcer now inside Legacy Arena for our player introductions.
And the faculty members for Plainview, Karen Milliken and Daniel Gilbert. And now, Bear fans, make some noise for your Plainview starters. At forward, a 5'10" senior number 5, Miley Dukes. At guard, a 5'7" junior number 10, Jackson Bruce. At guard, a 5'7" senior number 11, Tegan Whitmire. At guard, a 5'9" junior number 13, Sawyer Kate Hogan. And at guard, a 5'8" senior number 21, Piper Anderson. The Bears are led by head coach Luke Griggs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in recognizing the administrators and faculty from Good Hope High School. Superintendent Shane Barnett. Principal Jimmy Jennings. Assistant Principal Preston Boyd. And your faculty members from Good Hope, Susan Cofer and Lainey Looney. All right, Raider fans, make some noise for your Good Hope starters. Starting at guard, a 5'6" senior number 1, Lexi Marshall. At forward, a 5'9" junior number 11, Lucy Adams. At guard, a 5'7" freshman number 15, Sophie Conrad. At guard, a 5'6" junior number 24, Ella Gossett. And at forward, a 5'9" sophomore number 25, Ella Davis. Good Hope is led by head coach Justin Abbey.
And our player introductions presented by the Alabama Department of Environmental Management. Look at how both teams got here. Plainview, the Northeast Regional champs out of Jack State. They were challenged in the regional final, but beat Cherokee County 55-50. Meanwhile, Good Hope out of the Northwest Regional, knocking off Wilson by 20. Their semifinal games, both teams pretty much ran away with those semifinal matchups. Good Hope, a 16-point win over Montgomery Catholic. Plainview, a 62-30 win over Jackson. In that game, though, Bart, they had 36 points off of turnovers. Wow.
Yeah, it is a very serious thing to watch how the turnover battle and the points off turnovers turn out, no pun intended or pun intended in this game.
Well, we are off and running with the 4A Girls Championship game. Thanks for tuning in across the state of Alabama this evening on Alabama Public Television. Here is Good Hope in the half court. Man-to-man defense by the Bears as we get underway here.
Yeah, and you see, going to be man-to-man pressure with Plainview. Nice little screen at the top. Get the shot.
And an early whistle. You know, I think the point you made in your hints about gauging how the officiating is. The more basketball I watch, especially now, is every year players get more skilled, more talented, more physically gifted. I think you have to do that every game.
You do. You really do. And you see it all the time, like in basketball, how it doesn't really matter either way which way it's called. It just needs to be consistent and not change throughout the course of the game. I think that's all anybody can ask for. However it's called, just speaking to the advantage that it might give one team. Just that, like that one right there. Special teams of basketball. Abby's great at it.
Nice inbound execution. Score the first points of the game. That previous foul whistled against Ella Gossett. Zone defense here by the Raiders. Penetrating in the paint. Shot off the mark by Anderson. Trying to get it ahead to Conrad. Nice dish, but good hustle defense there by Jackson Bruce.
Early sign of the urgency from Plainview. Bruce sprinting the floor to make a game-winning play early in this one.
You know, she won't get credit for 2 points, but she stopped.
She absolutely did. And it's the mentality that allows your team to play with. That's just too easy.
Lucy Adams, nice touch off the glass. Good Hope out to a 4-0 lead.
Boxing one look here from the Raiders. We've seen Coach Abby go to this. What does this mean? That means the supporting cast for Holden, we talked about it, must support and make some shots. Look for Piper Anderson to try to find her groove.
Our first Alabama DHR three-pointer is delivered by Lexi Marshall. A 34% three-point shooter, and Good Hope has raced out to a 7-0 lead as they've thrown a haymaker here at Plainview here. As you see there, the finish by Lucy Adams. She scored the first 5 points and wide open corner three.
Yeah, wide open corner three. Coach Luke Griggs has watched his team be on the other side of some runs in this building the last 3 years. The early timeout, settle your girls down, get back to what you want to do. This possession out of the timeout, extremely important for Plainview.
And out of this Alabama Natural Gas Association timeout, a quick early timeout called there by Coach Griggs. Plainview in need of a bucket as they come down and attack. As Bart correctly identified, a little boxing one defense here.
You got to know what they're in, Coach.
Got to know what they're in, and you got to know your personnel.
Yes, you do. And see, got to get this ball reversed. Now, she's a shooter now. Wrong on that one.
A little cold shooting to start this game for Plainview as they have started 0 for 4 from the field. Conrad drives. Awkward shot. Doesn't get the roll. And here comes Plainview.
Yeah, and an early point of emphasis. Good Hope's a quicker team, Nikki. Looks like, especially in the backcourt, their lateral movement and ability to stay in front of the opponent could be an advantage.
Now let's talk about the psychological part of this game, because I was thinking earlier, you and I sat here last year and watched Good Hope take it from Trinity. Yes. It was a convincing win, to say the least, for Trinity. So Good Hope comes in here, wouldn't you think, highly motivated?
Same way, just like 2 years ago, they were the aggressor. And it's a way of life in Good Hope, playing basketball. Every game is sold out. And, yeah, Trinity did that to a lot of people over that run that Coach Smith had. They're anxious, and right now they're clicking on all cylinders. Couldn't have had a better start for Good Hope.
Nice job sharing the basketball. Ella Davis, her first points of the game, averages 15. Very efficient, 45% field goal shooter this season. And going to the floor, and nice job there getting it out to Lexi Marshall, and we've got a whistle.
Yeah, a little slap on the wrist from Plainview. And it's just too easy. Griggs got caught a little flat-footed on the closeout, and if you do that on Gossett, and Nikki, I really believe that the ball is in Gossett's hands now, and she is just so steady, such good handle. You see it there, and she gets the ball where it needs to go, but her defense, the prowess there, she's going to get the call on Sawyer Kate. Right now, it's just all Good Hope.
Conrad showing off the spin move there. Three-point shot, bounces around and falls through, so Plainview finally gets one to drop. That's Piper Anderson for the Alabama DHR three-pointer.
And she's got to keep shooting, Nikki. She can score them in bunches. When she gets hot, she can make 5 or 6 in a game. I like the aggression early from Piper.
Offensive rebound for Good Hope. Conrad puts it on the floor. There's that spin move again. Scoop shot there by Conrad. Back-to-back plays for her.
She might only be a freshman. She is not afraid to go in and take it to you. And right now, Sawyer Kate Hogan just trying to find a groove with all the attention being paid to her.
Big start for Good Hope. They're out to a big lead here in the 4A Girls Championship.
Franklin with ADX Vector Security, and I'm not a home builder, but I am a member of the local Home Builders Association. Even if you're not a builder, I highly encourage you to become a member of your local Home Builders Association. They have a lot of different meetings that we have. Some of them about business, some of them more fun, relationship, casual. You know, the more you see people, the more they feel like they know you, the more they do business with you. Like Norma and Cheers, when I go to a Home Builders Association function, everybody knows my name.
What? Never seen a dog get a bath before? Look, I got needs, and one of them is plenty of soothing warm water. That's why Ma made sure our home has a natural gas water heater. Ah, she's the best. See, natural gas heats water fast and efficiently, so we never run out mid-spa session. Because when I'm out at the park, strutting around and meeting other pooches, I gotta show them who's boss. Visit my website and learn why natural gas is a home's best friend.
Out of the timeout, there you see our score so far. It's Good Hope with a 10-point lead. And Bart, looking at a couple of stats, I'm surprised in the bigger lead when you consider Good Hope's shooting 60% right now to Plainview's 13, and they've out-rebounded to 10-1.
The boards have been an issue for time, an issue at times for Plainview. And you're seeing that lead grow 10-1, 7 defensive, 3 offensive rebounds already, but no second chance points yet, and no points off turnovers. That's the number that really matters. Good defense.
Nice job defending without fouling that time by the Plainview defense, but it winds up with Good Hope. More good hands. Some urgency from the Bears. This is going to be a foul against Good Hope's Lexi Marshall.
Fouls on Good Hope, number 1, Lexi Marshall.
So Plainview will have it. Here comes Piper Anderson, the 5'8" senior, averaging 11 points a game. One of 4 Plainview players averaging in double figures. But as Bart mentioned, Sawyer Kate Hogan, the big-time scorer for Plainview this year, averaging 27 points per game. Here is Anderson, another 3. This one no good. Rebound snatched by Ella Davis.
Good hands both ways there. And a lot of shooters out there, you got to keep shooting. Quick trigger. block out.
Yeah, good challenge, too, on the play there on defense. Lily Curry making that shot a little difficult for Conrad.
And she really has come in and brought energy to this game. We see Plainview playing a lot of people, hoping that being able to stay fresh will bring dividends in the end. Bad pass. Got to take one more dribble there. Shorten that passing angle, young kids up there.
Plainview very fortunate as Lexi Marshall was in better position to get that one than the offensive players.
Justin Abbey and his team. He had daddy duty before the game. Caught him with the baby bag, going to change a diaper.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, daddy duty comes before going to play for your second state championship.
Nice drive there by Piper Anderson.
She can do that. She's always been labeled as a shooter, but she's long.
Oh, gotta love the look off there. Conrad looked to the corner to Lexi Marshall just enough. She sold it just enough for the defender to take a step to the corner.
Partner, her explosion, she's heating up. She is heating up.
Speaking of explosion, Piper Anderson now with 8. Another Alabama DHR three-pointer.
But you talk about Sophie Conrad. In 4A or below, she might be the quickest first step that we have in this state from the 15 and white.
Here comes Anderson.
Pull that one.
Thought she might pull the trigger.
Absolutely.
Now she does.
Absolutely. 2-1.
Another Alabama DHR three-pointer. Piper Anderson has taken her team and put them on her shoulders here in the first quarter.
And that is exactly what Luke Griggs told her she needed to do. 11 points. All of the fruit for the Bears coming from number 21 so far on the offensive end. Find her here.
And they do.
Another one.
Left wing three.
Another one.
Oh, my goodness. She is red hot. Alabama DHR three-pointer for Piper Anderson. She shot Plainview back within a point.
Tried to tell you. Sniper is Piper. Worked with her a little bit back in the day. Probably 4 or 5 years ago, and she's always been able to shoot it. But now here's the key, Nick. As you'll see, I love this move by Coach Abbey. Make sure you don't go in worse than up one. But as Good Hope starts to run at Piper Anderson, she'll be able to put that thing on the floor. Has a little shot fake game. And right now, the whole show for the Bears.
I think Coach Griggs will get some players out for the final few seconds in the in-between quarter break. As Plainview will get one more crack at it here, 6.5 seconds.
Even though it's a boxing one, Nikki, Sawyer Kate Holden has got to keep going all the way.
Runner no good, but nice run by Plainview. They go on a 9-0 run, sparked by that young lady. Piper Anderson with 3 threes. It's a 1-point game after 1 quarter from Birmingham.
State, athletics is more than competition. From the classroom to athletic championships. Now home to 9 conference titles this year and 9 total national championships. Hall of Fame coaches, professional athletes, and D1 transfers, academic All-Americans, and All-Americans by sport. Name one of the top 3 community colleges in the nation. Our Lions compete with excellence in everything they do. This is pride. This is family. This is legacy. This is Wallace State.
Welcome to Alabama Public Television's live coverage of the State High School Basketball Championships. It's great to see the best of the best in Alabama play ball, and it's available around the state here on APT thanks to the generosity of our sponsors and the financial support of viewers like you. Please call 1-800-239-4000 or give online at aptv.org to support children's programs, music, drama, how-tos, and high school sports. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure when you took the test for this, you weren't doing all of that. You know, you're going to need this when they pull you over. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it. If you haven't got the message by now that speeding is dangerous, don't worry. There are plenty of these guys out here who will make sure you do. Somebody's about to get educated. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
Tonight at 10 on Alabama Public Television.
Well, the 3-ball, as they say, quite the neutralizer in the sport of basketball, and it came in handy for Plainview in the final few minutes of that first quarter. Piper Anderson knocking down 3 Alabama DHR threes, and it is a 1-point game as we get started with quarter number 2. Mickey Shadricks and Bart Heitch with you here. The first of back-to-back championship games out of the 4A classification.
Plainview has really settled in, Mickey, in the half court since that opening 10-0 run by Goodhope. And baskets have been hard to come by for the Raiders.
And so we'll go back over to Plainview after the missed 3.
So, which coach do you think feels better right now?
I think the Plainview coach is feeling better right now.
I think you got to the way you started, right?
And I tell you, I noticed, too, that there were some long frowns on some of these Plainview young ladies in that first quarter. And then when Piper got hot, you saw a little extra pep in the step. Made a huge difference.
Well, she's a senior now, and she's not scared of the moment. Played in a lot of these games, and willed her team back in this, if you will. Because here's the thing. When you've played in games like this and you've gotten blown out in a state championship game, it's almost like here we go again. And Piper just wasn't having it.
Open at the top of the key. 3 is no good. Battle for the rebound. It is out of bounds off of Goodhope.
Rebounding margin might be a little concerning for Coach Luke Griggs. Goodhope with a big advantage on the board and second chance points. Great crew. We talked about the officials. Stephen Newhouse, Abdullah Salam, and newcomer Colby Henson, who has really caught the eye of a lot of people as a young official. Big game for him early in his career.
Glad you got their names in there. Always like to give a shout out to the officials who do a great job, especially here at the state tournament in Birmingham. We got an over-the-back foul here against Goodhope. Ella Davis called for the foul.
See the young official. He is exactly the example of what we need more of in this state. Shortage of officials. And I asked him before this game, I was like, how you liking this? He said, man, I absolutely love it. And that's what you need to hear. And so, always, like you said, man, give a shout out. Because it's not an easy job.
It's a thankless job. You're not going to make anybody happy. I guess that if you're doing a good job, nobody's happy with you, right?
100%.
I mean, that's what your goal would be.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly you don't want to get noticed while you're out there. But Newhouse and Abdullah are veteran officials. I love what Ken Washington did, putting the young official with two experienced guys in this game. How about this Plainview pressure that they've turned up on Good Hope?
Well, and I think they turned up the intensity because of the three-point shooting of Piper Anderson. It has energized them on both ends of the floor.
Well, you remember the days of Robbie Coker. There's Abdullah, Salam. Seen him so many times in these games. He's not afraid of the moment. And how about my guy Newhouse? Getting him, he's seen these things a long time. I met him the first time I was actually on the bench, and I stood up and I was yelling, and assistant coach at Orange Beach, and he came over and he was very nice about it. He said, "Man, you can't stand up." I said, "Oh, I can't?" and so I got to meet him, and we continue to see him here, and he definitely qualifies for the referee all-hair team. Mickey, and you know that's something I pay attention to since I don't have any.
Yeah, I agree.
Good defense by Sawyer Kate Hogan. And see, that's the thing. She hasn't scored. She altered that shot. I like how Sawyer Kate's playing hard on defense, even though she isn't able to get many shots.
Miley Dukes called for the block. You see there Lucy Adams penetrating. Head to the line for 2 free throws.
And here's another thing, Nikki, about what's been so important for Plainview in getting all these stops. Good Hope can't set up their pressure. But at the same time, Good Hope is actually getting back and not pressuring at the moment. I think Coach Abbey really feels like that his half-court box and one, if you will, and actually now it looks like it's a triangle. And if it's not a triangle, it's going to shade Piper. It's one of the two.
Piper has scored every point for Plainview right now. She has scored all 14 of their points. Shot from the left wing. All tough break in and out of there for Miley Dukes. Here comes Conrad on the push. Mid-range shot is good.
Really good job of getting to her spot. Her in-between games, I mean, she goes straight up and down on those little jumpers. And like we talked about, her first step is so quick. She gets to that spot, elevates, and it's very difficult to defend.
Top of the key three, bounces around, comes off, and nice job there, aggressively attacking the board. Lucy Adams, and Conrad hits the deck.
Oh, man, she may have caught a knee to the head right there. Hope Sophie's okay. Or maybe to the hand. Right here, the acceleration to get by. First step, and then just gather yourself and get back to triple threat position. Young kids out there, get back to your triple threat position on the drive and face up as Sophie did. She can play.
What an efficient player as a ninth grader. Shoots just under 50% from the field this season, and right now she's 4 of 8, so she's doing what she's done all year.
And she is typically a stat sheet filler for her team. Rebounds the basketball, finds her teammates. Really good 3-4 steals a game.
With 2 defenders. Oh, tough break. That's a good move, though.
Nice move.
Here comes Plainview on the push. We're already down near 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Oh, open in the corner. Free ball, no good. Long rebound, though, and we're going to have a foul against Plainview.
Good call. A little nudge in the back there and from Piper Anderson, and Good Hope defender sold it well. Good call by Colby. Right on top of it.
And that'll take us to our second quarter media break. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's Good Hope with a 5-point lead over Plainview.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the electric cooperatives of Alabama, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives. empowering lives, empowering communities.
Every brand has a beginning. 10 years ago, we saw a gap. Schools needed more than just jerseys and apparel. They needed a partner. From production to delivery, from one school to hundreds, we've built something that lasts.
Future One's team sells. We supply everything but guts.
And we are back at the BJCC's Legacy Arena, midway point of the second quarter here in the 4A Girls State Championship game. And there you see number 10 for Plainview, Jackson Bruce. This young lady is quite a story, Bart. She is playing today with stage 3 kidney disease. 3 years ago on this day, she was on dialysis over at Children's Hospital here in Birmingham, and we can happily report that she is doing very well.
She is, and such a competitor. Wasn't going to not be out here with her teammates. And this Plainview pressure, that last possession, good hands and want to by Piper Anderson. Fortunate for Good Hope. Plainview's getting on the boards better too, Mickey.
Marshall missed that 3. She hit one from there in the first quarter.
Good ball movement, side to side.
Piper is in the game so far. She is 5 for 9. The rest of the team is 0 for 8.
Stay here.
Arrow will keep the ball with Plainview.
Justin Abbey. What he's built. Good Hope. Right off of I-65. Such a basketball community. Man knows what he's doing.
Get the feeling both teams settling in here a little bit.
Settling in here. And I think that whichever team gets out in transition the most is going to have the advantage. And right now, I know it's early, but the back and forth, this is going to be a game of runs, period. Who can have that big one throughout the course of the game? We saw section in that 2A boys come out of half with a 14-3 run. It only takes one big one to mess the other team up.
You can see the ball just going back and forth. Wind up with a baseline shot for Plainview, no good. The putback attempt, no good. Conrad escapes with the ball. She pushes up the floor.
Look at that speed.
A nice block there by Anderson. Getting back on transition defense.
Yeah, and Coach Justin Abbey is all over Adams for not attacking the middle. You got to have somebody in the middle against pressure on press break offense, and an emphasis for Good Hope, because once you get in the middle of that pressure, everything else opens up.
Here's Conrad.
Nice step
back 3 off the back of the iron, no good. Knocked out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Plainview. Good Hope thought that was off of Lily Curry, but the official gives it to the Bears.
Other than the block charge call, the out of bounds, if you talk to officials, bang, bang play is probably the second toughest call in basketball. What I mean by that is more of those. Maybe didn't really see that, but Good Hope thought it was different. Abdullah thought it was.
3-point shot, no good. Off the mark by Bruce, but an offensive rebound for the Bears. And they've got a whistle and a foul on Good Hope.
How about only 2 free throws shot in this game? They are letting them play, and been impressed with how Plainview has played to the physicality of how the officials are calling the game.
I mentioned that Piper Anderson has all of Plainview's points. How about this? She
got hit.
No whistle. Head to Conrad. Nice crossover, frees herself up to the mid-range jumper. This young lady is putting on a clinic here in the first half. She's in double figures already.
Inside out me with the little cross to boot, rise up.
A little run here by Good Hope. The lead has swelled back to 7. Three-point try, no good. Offensive rebound by Miley Dukes.
Poppy's got to shoot that one. She needs to be, as many as she's made, she hasn't taken a shot. Couple opportunities. Have that ball, or have those feet shot ready when you catch it.
Marshall in the corner. Knocks down the Alabama DHR 3. Give the assist to Conrad.
And how about the spacing? Abby's team. I'm telling you, she's got to just keep shooting, man. Look, she got that look in her eye.
As we swap Alabama DHR threes, Lexi Marshall for Good Hope. Anderson another 3 for Plainview. Stolen from behind. Nice defense by the Bears. They can hold it for 1 if they choose to. Anderson penetrates, has it knocked loose. Good hands there by Lexi Marshall. And knocked out of bounds by Anderson. Good Hope will have it with 19 on the clock.
That last shot was a big one for Plainview. Good Hope with one of those mini runs to extend this lead out.
When's the last time you've done a game and one player scored all the points for a team in one half? That's where things stand for Plainview right now. All 17 of their points by Piper Anderson.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
They've got a chance to change it here. If they can get a shot up. Nice drive on the baseline, and they do change that as Sawyer Kate Hogan finally breaks through and scores.
Well, now that she saw one go in, does she come out with a lot of confidence in the second half? We got a good one.
Entertaining first half in the 4A Girls Championship. It is Good Hope with a 24-19 lead over Plainview. Kevin Scarpinci and crew coming up at halftime.
Around the corner from here, late at night, on one of the rainiest days of the year, is a small business owner making a call to Valero's 24/7 U.S.-based customer service. We're here to make sure she has the fuel she needs to stay open. Because keeping pumps full means keeping business pumping and communities moving right now.
Change lives and achieve your professional goals with a rewarding career at the Alabama Department of Human Resources, the state's provider of social services in all 67 counties. Join our hardworking team that positively impacts the lives of children and families across Alabama. Speak to a recruiter by calling 334-242-1780 or emailing recruitment@dhr.alabama.gov.
What? Never seen a dog get a bath before? Look, I got needs, and one of them is plenty of soothing warm water. That's why Ma made sure our home has a natural gas water heater. Ah, she's the best. See, natural gas heats water fast and efficiently, so we never run out mid-spa session. Because when I'm out at the park, strutting around and meeting other pooches, I gotta show them who's boss. Visit my website and learn why natural gas is a home's best friend.
Hey, it's time to get the kids signed up for sports.
I'm not really sure I want the kids playing sports this year.
Why is that? They love it, it's great exercise, and they learn about teamwork.
Well, sure, but what if they get hurt?
Youth sports are safer than ever, thanks to the Coach Safely Act. All coaches are required to take a course that emphasizes best and safest practices.
I'd like to see that course.
Go to CoachSafely.org. It's available for coaches and parents alike.
CoachSafely.org? I've got to check that out.
CoachSafely.org, so they will play.
And we're back here at Legacy Arena. Halftime of the 4A Girls Championship game. Good Hope 24, Plainview 19. But that does not tell the story at all of that first half. Let's look at the highlights. One of the best defensive game plans Coach Justin Abbey put together to hold down Sawyer Kate Hogan, who averages 27 a game. There you see Good Hope, an early start for the Raiders. There's Lexi Marshall with 3 of her 6 in the first half. There's Piper Anderson. She was a star for Plainview in that first half. She scored 17. But the real star was Sophie Conrad. Look at that up and under. She finished the first half with 10 points. You knew she was going to play a big role for the Raiders. There's Piper Anderson again from the wing. Nothing but the bottom of the net. And there's Lexi Marshall again from the corner. She likes that spot. And so a 5-point lead for Good Hope here at the break. Now, Jack Williams, we were 3 seconds away from something truly extraordinary.
Yes.
Only one player for Plainview scored through the first 15 minutes and 57 seconds of that first half until Sawyer Kate Holgan, off a scramble, came up with a loose ball, took it to the basket, and dropped it in with 3, and she finished with only 2 points. And as we said, she averages 27 a game. She scored 41 earlier this year. For her to have only 2 points is an amazing job of defense by Good Hope.
And an amazing job on Plainview's part to still be in the game. Piper Anderson, oh my goodness. It was the Piper Anderson show in the first half.
Oh, if it weren't for Piper Anderson, they'd be on their way home on the bus by now. As she did an extraordinary job of keeping Plainview in the game. But Justin Abbey, his defense, they were face guarding Sawyer Kate Holgan and just refused to let her catch the ball. Yeah, that's how, you know how you keep someone from scoring? Don't let him shoot. Don't let him catch the ball. Don't let him touch the ball. And that's really what Good Hope did in that first half.
And, you know, Kevin, in the pregame, we talked about how we've had these games today where folks have run out. And I think Good Hope ran out to maybe an 11 or 13-0 lead. And Plainview came back, and it was 15-14 at one point, and then Good Hope stretched it out a little bit, but this is we still got a ball game.
Oh, there's no question. And again, it's because of Piper Anderson and her shooting in that first half. She was on point from deep. And if she doesn't score 17, then Plainview is not still in the game. But again, credit to Coach Justin Abbey for the plan. Credit to the Good Hope Raiders for the execution. It's one thing to say, keep the ball out of the hands of the other team's best player. It's another thing to do it. And that's what the Good Hope defense did.
I was in the tunnel earlier today and heard an assistant from one of the losing teams say, we worked on this something for an hour and 45 minutes yesterday and did not do it a single time during the game today. Good Hope executed what they practiced. But in the second half, they may be face guarding Piper Anderson.
That's right. Can they do it again for another 2 quarters? Another fun story. Less than an hour before this game started, you're Justin Abbey, you're the head coach, but you're also the father of 3 children, along with your wife, Raven. And I saw him right behind us carrying a daughter in one hand and a diaper bag in the other hand. Apparently nature called, and the head coach had to be a dad. Those are the kind of moments that you see here at the AHSAA State Championships.
Well, you know, in football, we got the set blitzed back in December, if you'll recall.
Barrett Schroeder's son. That's right. That's right. And that's what this is all about. That's what high school sports are all about. They're about family. They're about community. They're about special moments. Some that happen on the court, some that happen behind the scenes. All right, let's look at the big board for today. We are in the next to last of our 6 championship games. Who's going to take home that blue map? Will it be Good Hope, which won it all 2 years ago, or will it be Plainview for the first time? And then we have one more game to come today. And then tomorrow, 6 more championships on tap. We switch to 5A, 6A, and 7A. Girls and boys, we always alternate. We've got defending champs in the Park Crossing girls, the Hoover girls, and the Hoover boys. We'll see if they can add another blue map to their collections, or if we'll have some new champions. That's why we watch. Come back on APT.
It's time to get the kids signed up for sports.
I'm not really sure I want the kids playing sports this year.
Why is that? They love it, it's great exercise, and they learn about teamwork.
Well, sure, but what if they get hurt?
Youth sports are safer than ever, thanks to the Coach Safely Act. All coaches are required to take a course that emphasizes best and safest practices.
I'd like to see that course.
Go to CoachSafely.org. It's available for coaches and parents alike.
CoachSafely.org? I've got to check that out.
CoachSafely.org, so they will play.
The best travel insurance doesn't require any paperwork. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
If you're drinking until last call, I'll take these. Thank you. It's time to make a smarter one. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
PBS Passport gives you access to a phenomenal library of drama, history, science, and performance programs. You can watch whenever you want with the PBS app. Passport is the most popular member benefit we've ever offered. But did you know that you can receive access to Passport by donating your car, truck, or boat? Well, you can. So put that vehicle you no longer need to good use. Go online or give us a call right now to donate it. And thanks.
Welcome to Northeast. So, what are you looking for?
2 outs!
I want to inspire kids the same way I was inspired.
I want to help solve the nursing shortage.
I want to make the internet a safer place.
I want to live with no regrets.
I want to give my kids a better future.
No matter what you're looking for, begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
When life drops the unexpected, Alpha is here, turning what now into what's next. Resolving your claims quickly, because clarity beats chaos, and knowing now is better than wondering when. We handle the hassle because your peace of mind matters, and so does the journey ahead. That's life with Alpha.
And welcome back to our continuing coverage of the Alabama Community Colleges AHSAA State Basketball Championships presented by Aldott. Halftime of the 4A Girls Championship game. Good Hope with a 5-point lead over Plainview. And we welcome you back inside Legacy Arena. Mickey Shadricks along with Bart Heitch. And that was a kind of an interesting first half. You know, you had Piper Anderson going off, 17 Plainview's 19 points. And was the only player that scored until right there at the end when somebody else finally scored. Meanwhile, Good Hope, they're not knocking down any threes, but Conrad had a solid first half. Let's revisit your hints and see what you think after 2 quarters of play in this one.
They're going to still need a little bit more support for Sawyer Kate Hogan. Piper Anderson kept her team in the game in the first half with those 17 points. They have minimized the turnovers, though. Only 5 for Plainview. Good Hope's actually got 7. Been surprised at how that has turned out. Good Hope hasn't been disruptive enough, but at the same time, the fast break points, there's only 6 total in the game. So what's happened is it's about the shooting of Piper Anderson and the half-court defense of Good Hope. Good match so far.
Good Hope starts off the second half with a turnover. They had 3 turnovers in the last 54 seconds of the first half, so that's 4 straight turnovers by the Raiders. Can Plainview take advantage? We shall see. Anderson at the top of the key working against the zone, and once again, as you mentioned, they are using the box in one. Ella Gossett right now staying step for step with Hogan. Long 3 from the right wing.
Big.
Goes down.
Big.
For Plainview's Jackson Bruce. Alabama DHR three-pointer.
Plainview's 5 of 19 now. 6 of 20 just updated. And they're getting after Good Hope. They're the aggressor here. They have completely flipped the high chance.
And I'm going to tell you, Piper Anderson has been as important for Plainview defensively as she has been offensively because of the three-point shooting. And then Bruce, her team feeding off of that play.
They're feeding off of that play, but that's what you would expect a senior to do. And here's the thing about Piper. People might not know. I got asked earlier in there, is anybody recruiting here? They're not. You know why? Because she is an absolute ace on the softball man. Big-time pitcher. But she has one of the purest standstill catch-and-shoot strokes that you'll see anywhere in basketball. And you add that to Sawyer Kate Hogan, who's had a tough time today, but Sawyer Kate's the all-time national three-point leader.
That's remarkable.
National, not state, national. And she's got another year.
Losing it on the dribble, another turnover, but good job getting it back, Lucy Adams, and it goes out of bounds. So Good Hope, 2 of 10 from 3 in the first half. Do they need to hit some threes to win this game? Their points in the paint look good. They're 12-4 points in the paint, but do they need to hit some more threes?
Great point, partner. Of course, you always need to hit more threes. It needs to be one of two things. Either you catch up if you're not making threes at that free throw line. Still only 2 foul shots between these two teams. So either threes, make a couple of threes and make a couple of free throws, or Plainview going to inch their way back in and have a chance to take the lead here with one of those three-pointers. Look at here.
Raiders holding Plainview to 1 shot, but they had another turnover a moment ago. 10 turnovers, but that was a great fast break there in the finish for Ella Davis.
Gossett again, not showing up in the scoring column, but excellent push, excellent dish. And now she's back down here, getting that box in 1 draw on Hogan.
Nice drive, but unable to finish was Tegan Whitmore. How difficult is it to execute against the box in 1?
Well,
in the half court especially.
It's very difficult for the person getting chased to get the touches that they want. You have to become a screener. The way you attack a box, the middle's wide open, so you go post somebody right in the middle of that lane, in and out. That's going in. In and out of a 3-second call. But being a screener allows help to come from opposite sides of the box. Look at this look. And that's just a dime.
It's like they're running the weave at practice.
It does. Absolutely. And Gossett's fundamentals always on display. And Marshall go to the line here for the 3rd and 4th. Only the 3rd and 4th free throw attempt of this game. Total for either team.
Plainview is yet to shoot a free throw in the game.
See, and if I'm Luke Griggs, that's concerning to me. I think a lot of these contested floaters, a lot of these layups that Plainview's trying to shoot, I think go one more dribble and try to get some contact and get to the line, because excellent free throw shooting team is Plainview, but it doesn't help if you don't get there.
So the official conferring at the scores table. Got the foul confirmed. First Cisco free throw is no good. Good look at Lexi Marshall, averaging just under 12 again, 5'6" senior, and got a couple of substitutes for Plainview.
The stat or stats that are standing out to me right now is why you see this lead for Good Hope. 6-0 on second chance points off of only 3 offensive rebounds. They've scored every one of them, but it's the points in the paint. That's the fast break points and also the second chance points, 14-4.
Nice drive. Anna Lee Schrader, the junior, scoring her first basket of the game.
And that's what they need to do there. Here's some more pressure. Now you got numbers. This take.
Taking it all the way, missing the layup there. Ella Davis couldn't get it to stay down.
I like this push by Plainview.
Another reach-in ball loose on the floor. Nice effort by
knee brace and all.
Both teams.
I think it matters, partner.
Players hitting the floor, and it is do or die time.
If Plainview can just hang around and keep this thing to about 4 to 8, that 3-point making prowess and the way it gets their defense going, we could be in for a big time. And there is the all-time leading 3-point shooter nationally finding a range.
That's her first Alabama DHR 3-pointer. That's her first 3-point attempt. This shot there. And, you know, we talked about executing against the box in 1, but also, too, the player getting boxed in has to keep their poise, too.
Yes, they do. And what a collision. Going for the board. And sorry, Kate Hogan draws the foul, but yeah, that's just too much space. And I think that time, Gossett has been so good defensively all day that at times she didn't realize how quick that national 3-point leader could get it off. Looks like she might have just got a knee to the thigh. Boy, those are tough. The old Charlie horse.
Here's a three-point try from the left wing is good. An Alabama DHR three-pointer knocked down by Jackson Bruce. That's her second.
They're in their element now. They're in their element now. Too much blue in this third quarter.
Plainview crowd on their feet here inside Legacy Arena.
Those three-pointers, it's a community school thing. And look at this steal here. Just here's the basket and then coming back with a steal. These run-out passes haven't really produced a lot of fruit so far for Good Hope. And it looks like we're going to have a foul called by Newhouse. It's going the other way, partner.
Bruce came up and knocked it out of bounds. Thought it was off of her. The officials conferring over there in front of Coach Abby.
Yeah, and they're going to have a little conversation here. Both officials were on that side. Newhouse, good position, was on the sideline. Abdullah following. See, that's what a lot of times, and here's why they're talking about this. It's obvious they both saw something different here. But being in position matters. Sometimes it's really hard to be running the other way and turn around and see what's going on. It's bang, bang. Abdullah's coming behind him, Salam, and so they're chatting on this now, and they'll work it out. This is two veteran officials discussing a call. Let's see what the call is, Mr. Newhouse. We got a foul on number 1. This is going to be Plainview ball. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's totally. I didn't see it. Absolutely it is. 100%. Huge play for Plainview going into the break here, partner.
Timeout on the court. 4:02 left in our third quarter. Plainview in the lead now by 2.
There's power in the simplest of actions, like one neighbor helping another, where everybody looks out for everybody else. Community is everything to the Electric Cooperatives of Alabama, and we're grateful for your trust to provide the energy you need, giving you the power to power on. Your Alabama Electric Cooperatives, empowering lives, empowering communities.
Wednesday night at 7 on Alabama Public Television.
Before the Alabama Natural Gas Association timeout, our crew giving us a great look at the play there. Lexi Marshall with the push at the end of the play. You just heard from our official.
Yeah, Newhouse came over and said it's not going to be an intentional. It's just going to be a common foul. And the reason, she was off balance. And so when she's falling on her knees, she does give a shove, but when she gives the shove, it's also to brace herself. So good hustle play by Marshall results in just a common foul ball to Plainview.
That is her second as Plainview with the lead and the ball.
And now it's illegal, and that would have been another one for Piper Anderson.
Anderson just shaking her head like, did you have to do it now?
I mean, you talk about standing in there and taking a shot. Marshall, she's obviously in pain. And I think she might still be hurting a little bit from that last play, too. So 2 bang physical plays. Let's see right here. Oh, yeah, knee. Probably that looked like that one might have been the old bump knee. And that's really unfortunate for Plainview because Piper Anderson stepped into that one like she did a few of those in the first half.
And Lexi Marshall will walk off the court. I feel certain we will see her return.
Probably a pretty good assessment. Pard.
Coach Luke Griggs seen his team fight their way back and take the lead here in the third quarter. And their defense has clearly caused Good Hope some problems. The Raiders with 11 turnovers now. Conrad drives, and I don't know how she got that one up, but she got it to stay down.
How about the balance and athleticism to gather for Sophie Conrad? She's been quiet for a while. Got to get her going more if you are Good Hope. Plainview's driving it in there now with no shot blocker, and they've realized that they can go and score if you drive it all the way to the basket instead of shooting these contested floaters. Great adjustment by Coach Griggs.
Second time Schrader's made that play, and then right back on the other end, Ella Davis with the finish in the paint. Seesaw back and forth here. Three-pointer wide open. Oh, tough break there for Jackson Bruce. She had a clear look at that one. Conrad triple team, but got some contact here. Anderson takes a hit to the head.
Caught an elbow to be incidental, but you see the drive here. A couple of times we've seen Schrader take it in and get all the way to that block, and on this drive, that was just a nice, under control, secondary transition play by Davis. Nice patience to go get the finish.
And Schrader gave her team some good minutes. She'll go to the bench now. Just under 3 minutes to play, third quarter. Good Hope looking to break the tie. Good defense there against Conrad.
Spin cycle.
In the paint. The paint points through the roof today for Good Hope. Nice spin move inside. Another bucket for Ella Davis.
Yeah, and Coach Abbey has found a matchup that he likes. Miscommunication there from Anderson, and the receiver turnover back to the Raiders.
And look who's coming right back in the game, Lexi Marshall.
Yeah, look at this move right here, partner. Just the acceleration after the spin move by Davis to get downhill. Gonna have the help come quicker.
Davis 4 of 8 from the field with 8 points. I mentioned Good Hope not shooting the three ball well today, but from the field, they're outstanding. 46% from the field so far for Good Hope.
Taking high-quality shots, partner. Oh, I was about to say, don't pick it up there. Lucky.
Davis tries again, finishes with the left hand in double figures now.
Yeah, and she has got a new pep in her step. Plainview not answering to this mini run. 6-0 run in the last minute. 4 of 4 on the last field goals are Good Hope. And now you got numbers again.
Conrad in the paint. Has it not loose from behind, but it wound up in the hands of Gossett. Here's Davis again. Runs over a Plainview defender. We're going to get a blocking foul.
She's moving. Great call. Even though you take the contact, and it is like taking it from a locomotive sometimes. Leaning, can't be moving, and Hope Bruce is okay. Grabbing her stomach, that had to hurt a little bit. Looked like she maybe caught a shoulder into the midsection. Solar plexus might be a better.
So here's Davis' first trip through the line and can't make the first.
We have seen so many kids miss free throws on this end, and I think I've figured out what it is. It's the depth perception behind the basket that you aren't used to. You got one on the opposite end, but I remember one time I tell the story every year. Are you going to tell a story about the Georgia Dome? Yeah, I am, because I had a great shot fake, one dribble into the elbow. Man, I rose up against Vandy and left it 8 feet short.
Yeah, that had to be in a tough environment.
Turquoise background back in the old Georgia Dome. Yeah, it was setting up.
So Good Hope with the ball after the miss by Plainview.
Plainview's got to be real careful here. If this lead balloons and gets up to 10 or 12. Good Hope excellent at what you're seeing now, pulling the ball out. This ball handler, number 24, Gossett, can control the entire game in the fourth quarter with her ball handling skills.
Wide open in the corner. 3 ball, no good. Offensive rebound, though. Conrad open for 3. In and out on that attempt. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to give it to Good Hope.
They are. I think the energy really picking up as you see the subs coming in the game for Plainview, one of which is Brinley Boo Griggs, Coach Lou Griggs' daughter, part of this program for so long.
They get it inside and a foul. Strong move. As I tell you, this has been quite a third quarter for Davis.
Yeah, they call it Davis there, and it's Coach Justin Abbott. He doesn't care who's guarding her on the other team. He thinks she's got a matchup with her physicality, and that's a tough ask for Brinley Griggs to handle the clear in the post. Davis.
First Cisco free throw is good, and right back in. Jackson Bruce. She's a tough young lady. We mentioned her health condition and what she's been playing with, and you know, Plainview folks say she has developed into their best defensive player because of her health challenges.
Well, she has shot it well today too. Made a couple of timely ones, but no heart lacking for number 10.
Under a minute to go in the third. Long three. Oh, tough break. That one wouldn't stay down. And Good Hope holding Plainview to that one shot attempt. And they could hold for the final shot. And Coach Abbey, that's what he's telling his players to do.
And I love the poise and understanding time and score of Adams to pull that back. Before Coach Abbey said anything, she got out of trouble. And now you're going in no worse than up 7. Make that 9 spin cycle. She has taken this game over as Davis.
Foul against Good Hope at the 5-second mark. That's against Sophie Conrad. Yeah, this has been quite the third quarter for this young lady. Ella Davis.
Just a display of fundamentals offensively.
Shot at the buzzer, no good by Bruce. So Good Hope finishes the third quarter on an 11-0 run. They've seized control of the 4A Girls Championship game. You're watching the Alabama Community College's AHSAA State Basketball Championships presented by Aldott.
Franklin with ADX Vector Security, and I'm not a home builder, but I am a member of the local Home Builders Association. Even if you're not a builder, I highly encourage you to become a member of your local Home Builders Association. They have a lot of different meetings that we have. Some of them about business, some of them more fun, relationship, casual. You know, the more you see people, the more they feel like they know you, the more they do business with you. Like Normal and Cheers, when I go to a Home Builders Association function, everybody knows my name.
Play hard, play to win. But when sports injuries occur, you can rely on Encore. Our professional team treats all types of sports-related injuries for athletes of all ages. Our licensed therapists work closely with the patient, your family, and physician to get you back into action quickly and safely. At Encore, we love to see you move.
In 2025, Pavarotti would have been 90. And when a concert was filmed in Italy, musical legends gave tribute. Pavarotti 90, the man who moved the world.
Sunday at 5 on Alabama Public Television.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Quite a third quarter for Good Hope's Ella Davis. 13 points in that third quarter, scoring 13 of her 15 points, giving her team quite a shot in the arm as we begin the final 8 minutes of the 4A Girls Championship game. Plainview with the ball.
Look at this double team coming. Sawyer Kate saw it. Now you should have an open shooter. Got to make that pass. See the little wrinkle from Coach Abby trying to get the ball out of Sawyer Kate Hogan's hands. He knows he does not need her to get going with her confidence.
It's amazing how little she's even handled the ball today.
Well, and I think Gossett's done a great job, but now you've saved Sophie Conrad with all her athleticism and length for the last quarter.
3-point try from the right wing off the mark.
Yes.
Nice effort on the rebound there by Plainview. Foul against Good Hope.
So if I would have been Luke Griggs in that quarter break, I'm trying to get my team in the bonus right now because it's going to make Good Hope a lot less aggressive, especially going after Sawyer Kate if no free throws are coming on a foul.
Plainview is still not attempted a free throw in this game.
Well, they're not being able to penetrate in the interior. See Anderson in this. See, this is good. That's 2 fouls in the first minute. If you're Plainview, you really like that. To your point, partner, keep attacking on the interior and force those officials to make a couple of calls. It's going to be very hard to win any game if you don't shoot a free throw.
Conrad picking up her third foul. She joins Gossett and Davis with 3.
Look at this attention to Sawyer Kate Hogan. Got to get it reversed now. Oh. She's missed the last 3 on the right side of that rim short has Bruce.
Whitmore came out of there with it, though. 3-point try from the left wing is good. The Alabama DHR 3-pointer from Miley Dukes, and Plainview really needed that, and a quick timeout here by Coach Griggs.
I like the timeout. We'll probably come up with some different type of pressure than shown so far. If not, talking to you girls about how you want to guard on the half court.
Alabama Natural Gas Association timeout gives us a chance to flash back to the boys' 2A game. Bart, what a show put on here.
Mr. Overdeer, nice to meet you. He was everywhere. Inside, outside, putting it on the deck, finishing with physicality. Blue map and gold MVP ball. Headed section, Mr. Overdeer. Great tournament.
4th state championship for section.
The pedigree. One last shout out to my guy TJ Perry in heaven.
So here's Davis, a little behind the back dribble. That's dangerous.
Great timeout. And see, how about that job by, it's called a scrape by the official. Newhouse is over there. You see, you've got an official. Abdullah Salam is back here. He's on the ball. Well, when the trap happens, the official closest to the coach that's a scrape to look back and see if a timeout's being called. Might have heard it, but at the same time, watching that one, he turned his head, so he made sure. Veteran crew. 2 of these guys, and the young buck in the game learning with them.
6-point lead for Good Hope. As we look at the stat sheet for Plainview, we've talked about the box and one on Hogan. She's only 2 of 8 with 5 points. You think they're going to make more of a concerted effort to try to get her the ball here in the 4th?
I think you have to. And with that being said, you got to have confidence and use her as a decoy at times. I think that's why the bonus is so important, to get some of that pressure off of her, because with Sophie Conrad's elite athleticism and quickness, it's going to be hard for Sawyer Kate Hogan to get by her. More so, you've got 2 or 3 people every time that there's a handbag. They're doubling all the handbacks and ball screens is what's happening.
And Good Hope gets it in safely to Gossett. Conrad controls. Nice ball movement. Open 3 is no good by Adams, and Plainview holding Good Hope to 1 shot there.
Piper Anderson with an excellent block out, game-winning play of the more physical Davis.
Wide open again. Bruce, I tell you what, she's missed a few, but, she's still going to shoot the ball. and knocks down a big Alabama DHR 3.
Well, she's got to. Like you said, partner, as long as Sawyer Kate is being denied, tough ball there.
You got to take what the defense gives you, right?
You do, and you got to trust your teammates, and that's exactly what Sawyer Kate is doing. Sawyer Kate doesn't mind at all if she doesn't have a huge night. Big call going the other way here. How about that defense by 13? Sometimes it's going to be tough offensively, especially when there's so much attention. But just like we saw in the Cold Springs game with Ella Dickerson, affect the game in other ways, on the glass, on defense. And Sawyer Kate Hogue is a winner. You see her doing that.
And her demeanor has been solid all game long. Even when she's not been able to touch the ball, here she attacks. That was a good drive that time, but came up short.
Yeah, and got maybe a little fatigue mixing in with all the bodies that have been thrown at her today.
Another open corner three. This is good. A Alabama DHR 3 from Lexi Marshall, her third three of this game.
She loves that left corner. We saw her make one in the first half from the same spot. You gotta shoot that one, too.
Steps up and misses. Battle for the rebound. It is out of bounds off of Plainview. Good Hope gets it back. They will send Anna Lee Schrader into the game. Here's the good look to the corner. Marshall knocking down the Alabama DHR. She's got 8 points. Good balanced scoring today for Good Hope. Marshall with 8, Adams with 9, Conrad and Davis in double figures, 12 and 15 respectively. Here's Davis. Gets it ahead. And Good Hope wisely backing it out. Oh, Conrad wide open right wing three. No good. And a foul on the rebound.
That's big because that's the third foul. Creeping toward that bonus is Plainview with no fouls of their own. If Plainview could get this lead somehow, they would go to their clock management. It might be tough for Good Hope to foul enough to get in the bonus. We'll see what happens, but Plainview's got to get toward that bonus. Yeah, you got to throw it in there. Tough pass.
Yeah. Here comes Marshall ahead of the pack. Nice dish. And the finish. Great shot by Ella Gossett. That touched all the rim and finally fell down.
You talked that one in for her, partner.
Long range three. Boy, that's a huge shot there by Sawyer Kate Hogan.
Left foot on the star. That's a 27-foot three-pointer.
Marshall drug that pivot foot.
See what the three-pointers do for the crowd and energy? Robbie Cooper effect. What's this little dime pass? And my partner. Round and round and round we go.
Timeout on the floor. Midway through the fourth and final quarter. It is a 5-point lead for Good Hope.
My favorite part about Snead is the family feel. It's a very tight-knit group of people, and everyone supports each other.
The teachers just getting along with me and just being a great role model for me.
My favorite part about Snead is definitely the open campus.
It's just peaceful. It's nice to walk around.
My favorite part is that it just feels like everybody's a family.
My favorite part about Snead is the friends I've made along the way.
Everybody's very friendly, so you never have to be scared when you're new here because everyone's approachable and it's a good time.
The love of Alabama's great outdoors is why most of our staff here at ADM chose to serve the public with their knowledge and their talents. Protecting the state's plentiful natural resources and rich biodiversity, as well as the people of Alabama, is the core of what ADM does.
I'm Chef Patty Hinich. Show your love for public television by becoming a sustaining member of your local public TV station. Watch episodes of Patty's Mexican Table and other shows with Passport on the PBS Video app.
And earlier today, what a show put on by Montgomery Academy, winning the 3A state championship. They got quite an individual performance from number 4.
Mr. Gordon, nice to meet you again. Excellent tenacity. Montgomery Academy, their second straight chip.
Coach Abbey, you see him pacing the sideline, his team with a 5-point lead, but Plainview with the ball as we resume play midway through the fourth quarter. Still anybody's game. Bruce off the dribble. Yeah, Marshall, great job defensively, and Plainview turns it over. Davis hacked on the way to the hoop.
It's a good foul, though. Don't mind it. The own ball want to stay in front of the other team. That's one thing. But Gossett, Marshall, Conrad, they're quicker laterally than Plainview. And that's why you're not seeing as much dribble drive pitch. And also, it's a box and one. So anytime there is a drive, you've always got help. But if and that's the thing about a box. If you can't draw two defenders, there's not anything you can do. Because you can screen it all day long with the people who are not in the actual box. And that's just going to be a switch because it's a zone. If that makes sense.
It is a challenging. It's been a challenge for Plainview.
It's frustrating. I saw it a lot in high school, saw it some in college. This young lady is almost filling her team with a comeback just like Piper Anderson in the first half.
That's the fourth Alabama DHR 3 for Bruce.
And see, she just passed fake. Little jab step, move the defense, gather yourself, little check jab.
You know, when she hit that cold spell, she missed about 3 in a row. She didn't stop shooting. Davis hasn't stopped either. She has had an incredible game. That's 18 points for Davis on 7 of 11.
Yeah, I hope we can come back to that highlight, guys in the truck, because that pass and draw by Sophie Conrad, the small window, but it was the knowing each other and the acceleration of Davis to catch the ball and go finish. Nice teamwork.
Bruce thought about it. Good job by Marshall running her off the three-point line. That leaves the paint open and a block and a foul. And for the first time today, we're going to have Plainview free throws.
All right, partner, look here. She sees her, fumbles it, and that was a left-handed traffic pass. The acceleration, look at this. That angle is really difficult, like a window trying to find a seam route across the middle for a tight end. Nice pass, nice catch, nice finish.
Missed free throw on the first attempt from Anderson. Again, that's the first free throw of the game for Plainview. Gets the roll on the second. Makes it a 4-point game. Full court pressure now being set up by Plainview. They get the trap.
It's a jump ball.
And they get the jump ball. Possession arrow, though, keeps it in the possession of the Raiders.
And you see Luke Griggs trying to rest his shooters. Rested Sawyer Kate earlier. Rested Bruce a little bit. Now you see Anderson coming back in. I don't think, small prediction here, I don't think she's quite done yet.
Nice look on the baseline, but Whitmore couldn't handle it.
Catch it first. Down dropped by Bruce, though.
Good Hope fortunate there.
And if you're Plainview, now you've just got to get stops. Yeah, that's a hole.
Miley Dukes a little too aggressive. Holding Adams that time.
A little foot assist right there. I mean, assist right there.
That's nice.
I know. I just want to feel the ball, man. You get a touch. But right here in front of us, you see Davis. She has been a superstar in this second half. And how about the job that Sophie Conrad has done in this fourth quarter? You saw your Kate Hogan.
Good Hope working the clock here as we near the 2-minute mark. Raiders clinging to a 4-point lead. There's Davis, spin move. Oh, couldn't get that one to stay down. Great move, though.
Great move, and if you're Plainview now, this game is right where you want it. That's going
left is short, but that long 3-point rebound.
It was not. It's too lazy of a pass.
Conrad stepped in and got it. She pushes it up the floor, takes the contact, and gets it to fall. No whistle.
She initiated it. Young official right there, letting them play. Look how deep that is, partner.
Short again. So 2 misses in a row by Hogan, and we got a foul here on Whitmire.
Yeah, here you see Anderson straight up, and Conrad initiates the contact. Good no call by the young official, and nice finish by Conrad. Oh. Gossett really knows how to handle the ball. How about that pass?
This shot got the offensive rebound and puts it back in. Does Lucy Adams, who now is in double figures with 11. We got a timeout as Good Hope has expanded this lead to 8 points with 1:18 to go.
Many runs. We talked about it earlier, and we got a 5-0 as we speak. Excuse me, 6-0.
And we've got one more state championship to crown on this championship Friday. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, it'll be the 4A boys. What a season for Asheville. They knocked off 2-time defending state champion Jackson. They move on to the championship game to take on Fairfield. You and I will keep our courtside seat for that one. Looking forward to the 4A boys coming up after this game.
Very excited about that one, Walter.
Let's take a look at tomorrow, Championship Saturday. You've got 5A, 6A, and 7A. Tell me what you like about this schedule tomorrow.
Man, I think Moody Gunnersville, everybody is in Gunnersville, me included, so impressed with the young talent on this team. But that Moody squad is experienced. They've won championships in other sports, including flag football. Rutledge, their quarterback, can make that one interesting. Winona Sylacauga, excellent matchup of right around Birmingham teams. I think all these games are going to be good, but the highlight for me, I think tomorrow is going to be that Coleman-Oxford game. I think that one is going to be just one that we all will want to see.
Conrad just picked up her 4th foul.
That's a free throw. Oh, actually, yeah, sure is. On a hold.
Or did they call that on Adams?
They did call it on Adams. But if you're Plainview, 2 things here. 1, clock stops while you're scoring. 2, the all-time leading national 3-point leader goes to the line and gets to see most likely a couple go in.
She hits both Cisco free throws.
No jinx with her.
And they get to set up the press.
Another excellent point play. It's a lazy pass. Uh-oh. That's a foul.
So Good Hope playing right into Plainview's hands that time as they turn it over, and we'll have more free throws.
And I think there's been a couple of times today that when she goes back and watch this film, I want her to hear me say it. Young Sophie Conrad, the only thing in her game that possibly needs to improve is that left hand. Not quite as comfortable. And I played with a teammate in high school named Kevin Cheney. Shout out to him if he's watching. But he would out-quick the ball, if that makes sense. And she's so quick and fast and athletic that sometimes that ball has a hard time keeping up with her. But gonna be a superstar for years to come at Good Hope.
So Whitmire misses the second. It is a 5-point game, and Good Hope working it up the floor, gets it across half court. Nice job beating the pressure that time.
Yeah, and so right now, what comes into play? Gossett, Adams, Conrad as well, but especially Gossett and Adams played on that state championship team with Good Hope. Their experience here down the stretch. 50 seconds to go. Doesn't matter.
Good Hope has led for all but 49 seconds of this 4A Girls State Championship game. They're 50 seconds away from winning another blue medal.
They are, and it was that fury in the first half. And then a little bit in the second half, they got Plainview back in it. And obviously got a foul here. Well, never mind. 2 shots.
And this will be Marshall stepping up to the line where she is 2 for 3 in the game at the line. Hitting the first Cisco free throw.
They made so many free throws, did the Lady Raiders in their state championship run. Well over 80%. Wow, Legacy.
Shooting them well today, right at 75%.
Yes, and Plainview's got to score and score quickly.
Another Alabama DHR three-pointer for Bruce. That is her 5th triple of the game. Keeps hopes alive for Plainview. 4-point deficit now. 39 seconds as Plainview calls time.
Yes, and Coach Griggs is going to substitute off his defense. Good patience here, but how about that screen and the timing by Deuce? That shot was taken and open because of the screening action by number 5.
And I think it's worth mentioning it again. We talked about it already, but in case you missed it earlier, this young lady, Jackson Bruce, playing with stage 3 kidney disease. 3 years ago on this day, she was on dialysis at Children's Hospital, and here she is fighting with her team, trying to win a state championship. She's knocked down 5 threes, 15 points today.
And not just that, partner, she's leading her team in rebounding. No quitting, 10. See the screen, but it's the timing of the screen. She sees it coming, the patience. If Bruce just starts and goes as fast as she can, that's going to be an illegal screen. Person with the ball, dribbler, triple threat person with the ball. Set up your screener and put them in a position to get a body on. Great job there by 10.
She got her feet square and her shoulders square and knocked it down. In safely to Conrad, who dribbles it up across half court. Plainview gonna have to foul, and they do. This will be whistled against Plainview's Anna Lee Schrader. That'll be her 3rd foul. And that will send Lucy Adams to the free throw line, where she is perfect today, 2 of 2 on her previous trip.
Adams, the monster on the boards so many times for Good Hope. How about 11 points, 16 rebounds for Adams, but couldn't convert there. Plainview still got a shot.
Plainview does have a shot, but the ball not loose. Great defense, good hands there by Ella Gossett. And a foul against Plainview. Well, that was a missed opportunity for the Bears that time.
It was. Felt like Anderson was in the midst of drawing the defender. Tried to pass fake, which was a good move. You either get the own shot, draw the defender, push your teammate, and if not, you get your own shot. And just good hands by the Lady Raiders.
Knocking down the Cisco free throws. Plainview got to go in a hurry. Long 3-point shot attempt is good by Sawyer Kate Hogan. Quick timeout, final timeout for Coach Lou Griggs in Plainview.
She's in range when she steps in the city limits of whatever town she's in. What a sniper. See why she's the all-time, again, national three-pointer. Look at this. I mean, just pop back. Guys, that's 32 feet. I mean, that is deep, 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 deep.
Drew nothing but nylon.
Well, and here's one of the things. As a shooter, I lived this life. A lot of people put length on it, okay? And you're not going to get a lot of easy shots if you can't go by people. Sawyer Cake's that's not her mentality as much as it is a shooter. So what happens is you increase your upper body strength and that increases your range. Sometimes you don't have to lift a lot of weights to do that. It's just repetition of getting shots in. And young kids out there, once you get to where you can shoot it from the three-point line and you're confident doing that, not saying you move back and take bad shots because percentages do go down, but sometimes you can't get those shots off, and you've got to be able to find something. Sawyer Kate knows how to do that, and she hasn't quit, man. She's got 14 points, I think, 13 points, and she has just continued to battle on the defensive end and find whatever opportunities she can on the offensive end.
Good Hope gets it in, quickly double team though. We're going to have a foul called. Plainview was hoping for a jump ball because the arrow was pointing their way. Coach Griggs pleading his case, but going to be a foul against the Bears. Whitmire, I think, called for the foul.
Yeah, and Coach Griggs is not nearly as upset. He thought that was a foul on that possession before on Piper Anderson when she dribbled in and was trying to find her teammate. That time had two players reaching in, and the one that grabbed the ball, don't think the foul was called on that person.
Gossett knocking down some big free throws, as you see.
Yes.
Anderson checked back in the game for obvious offensive needs here.
I mean, you got to go really fast here. In this ball game, if Good Hope is smart, is over. Because even with a three, Plainview can't stop the clock. You just let it run out.
No foul by the Raiders here. Long three off the mark. Rebound, kick it out. Three, no good. Rebound, and that'll do it. Good Hope holds on. Knocks off a very determined and pesky Plainview team here inside Legacy Arena as they capture another state championship. Coming up momentarily, we will join the post-game player award ceremony and the presentation of the trophies. Stay with us.
I'm pretty sure when you took the test for this, you weren't doing all of that. You know, you're going to need this when they pull you over. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
If you haven't got the message by now that speeding is dangerous, don't worry. There are plenty of these guys out here who will make sure you do. Somebody's about to get educated. Alabama has a code of the road, and knowing it helps you follow it.
Calhoun Community College is everywhere. Local, regional, in person, online. With students in just about every state in America. The nation's top degree in advanced manufacturing. Nursing test scores exceed the national average. Workforce training leading to good paying jobs. Classes that transfer to four-year universities. Affordable, quality education. Where you want it, when you want it. Calhoun Community College. Transforming lives, shaping futures.
And back at Legacy Arena, downtown Birmingham, just wrapping up the 4A Girls State Championship game. Good Hope holding on and defeating Plainview 59-54.
Awards will be presented by members of the AHSAA staff. Also assisting is Central Board member Trent Treyway from District 9. Correction, District 2. Central Board member Brian Jett from District 8. Brian Robertson from Coca-Cola. And Brad Bunch from Alpha Insurance. The AHSAA would like to congratulate both head coaches, their teams, and staff on an amazing 2026 season. To commemorate this incredible year, each head coach will receive an official Wilson Championship basketball. Presenting this year's championship basketballs is the director of the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association, Mr. J.T. Lawrence. Also assisting is Mr. Brad Bunch from Alpha Insurance. First from Plainview, head coach Luke Griggs. And now from Good Hope, head coach Justin Abbey. Fans, join us in congratulating both head coaches for an incredible season. Now to present the Coca-Cola All-Tournament Team and Most Valuable Player Awards, our Assistant Directors of the AHSAA, Ms. Sarah Osborne and Ms. Tanya Peoples. Also assisting is Brian Robertson from Coca-Cola. Athletes, as your name is called, please report to center court to receive your award. From Good Hope, Ella Gossett. From Plainview, Piper Anderson. From Good Hope, Sophie Conrad. From Plainview, Jackson Bruce. From Good Hope, Ella Davis. From Plainview, Sawyer Kate Hogan. And now the 2026 most valuable player for the Class 4A State Championship game is Ella Davis from Good Hope. Fans, let's hear it for your 2026 Class 4A All-Tournament Team and MVP. At this time, we ask that you please welcome Central Board Member Brian Jett from District 8, along with the Associate Executive Director of the AHSAA, Dr. Brian McRae, for the presentation of the 2026 Class 4A State Championship Runner-Up Trophy. Your 2026 runner-up, the Plainview Bears, led by head coach Luke Griggs. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Please give a warm welcome to the Executive Director of the AHSAA, Mr. Heath Harmon, along with Central Board Member Trent Treywick from District 2 for the presentation of the 2026 Class 4A State Championship Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2026 Class 4A State Champions are the Good Hope Raiders, led by head coach Justin Abbey. Congratulations to the 2026 4A State Champions, the Good Hope Raiders.
And Good Hope celebrating their second 4A Girls State Championship in the last 3 years as they beat Plainview 59-54. Mickey Shadricks and Bart Heitch back with you just to kind of put a wrap on things. And what a game plan for Coach Abbey and Good Hope. They came in, used the box and one all game. They kept Hogan in check. She had 14 shot attempts, made 4 threes, but all things considered, holding her to 13 points was a win, and then they dominated in the paint. They only made 3 threes today, but Bart, they had a 32-8 advantage in paint points, and a lot of that was in transition.
It was, excellent point. It was transition, and it was points in the paint, and that's what we talked about, having to get out and run and put pressure on the defense. Also the free throw line, 14 of 19, only 4 of 6 for Plainview, 10 in the plus 10 category for Good Hope, and it was just a display of defense, and I really thought the ability of Coach Justin Abbey to find the right matchup and go to Davis, the MVP, in that second half. He just kept feeding her. Her teammates kept feeding her. She was excellent. Blue map, going back, right off of 65.
Davis was outstanding. She had 16 of her 18 points in the second half, 13 in the third quarter, which is really where they kind of got control of the game.
I would agree with that 100%, partner. They just, the relentless continuation of this